Hello, everybody. We're using a new app, so if this doesn't work, well, nobody cares. I'm just playing. I care. All right, so check it out. In our poetry packets, we're on page 29. Y'all, 29. Harlem Night Song by Langston Hughes. I've heard that name before because we've read some of Langston Hughes' poetry already, right? Definitely. There we go. Hunter, would you like to take the idiot test? Okay. If it's called Harlem Night Song, and Harlem is a neighborhood of New York City, and there's a picture of New York City up above, where do you think this poem is going to take place? Ladies and gentlemen, go clap for Hunter. He passed it. Oh, come on, y'all. Clap for Hunter. He passed the idiot test. There we go. If it's called Harlem Night Song, it's probably taking place in Harlem, which is a neighborhood of New York City. Boom shakalaka. Chloe, what am I going to do to my title, huh? Quotation marks. Good job. I can number my what, y'all? My paragraphs. No. Stanzas. I listened to that. Was that you, Amber? No. Oh, it wasn't Amber. Okay. Hey, guys, I've got 6 stanzas. Is this a sonnet? No. How do we know it's not a sonnet? Sonnet is not 13 lines. 14 lines. Okay, how many lines does this bad boy have? 16. So I know it's not going to be a sonnet. What do I know about stanza 4 without reading a single word? No, stanza 4. I love you too, though. Do what? That's a couplet. Good job. That's a couplet. It's a couplet. Good job. Couplet. And like Hunter said, because Harlem is a neighborhood in New York City, and there's a picture of New York City, and the picture above, this must take place during the night in Harlem. In what city? New York City. There we go. The Harlem Night Song by Langston Hughes. Check it out. What we're going to do. Logan Ellis is going to take stanza 1. Chloe, you have a very important job. Chloe, you're going to take stanza 2 and stanza number 5. Okay. All right. You're going to double dip on this. Okay. Over here, Jesse, you're going to take stanza number 3. We're going to let Logan Jones take stanza 4, and then stanza 6 goes right here to Bryce. Okay. All right. So Logan Ellis, take it away. Harlem Night Song. Keep going. Oh, I'm going to say, Chloe, I love you too. Chloe, I love you too. That was so nice of you. Hey, now that being said, I noticed that the second and fifth stanza, they're exactly the what? The same. What's that called, y'all, when you repeat something? Repetition, but what's the fancy word in poetry called? Refrain. Yes, so over here, let's write refrain. Refrain. Let's draw it. Boom. The first stanza and the sixth stanza, they're the same. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to do it to 2 and 5. But yes, oops. There we go. That's a weird looking arrow, but that's okay. So the first stanza and sixth stanza are the same. The second and the fifth stanza, they're exactly the same. And that's called what? Refrain. Look at that. We're dropping bars, okay? So come, let's roam the night together singing I love you. Across the Harlem rooftops, moon and shining night skies, blue stars of great drops of golden dew. Down the street, a band is playing I love you. Come, let's roam the night together singing. I know this is a rhyme scheme. And I'm going to worry about just my third stanza. Y'all do the rhyme scheme with me, okay? Check it out. So that first line, across, what's that going to be? Hey, rooftops and across, do they rhyme? B. Shining. C. Now, let's see if y'all are smarter than my other class. Blue. D. That's right. Because blue and shining and tops and across don't what? Rhyme. Yes. My other class got tripped up on that. I'm not sure why. Drops. B. And then do. D. That's right, because it rhymes with blue. Blah. There we go. ABC. the BD. There we go. Fantastic. Okay. Hey, look at this. Stars are great drops of golden dew. Is that a simile, y'all? No, why is it not a simile? Doesn't have like eyes. What's it gotta be then, y'all? Metaphor. Metaphor. We in Henderson. We gotta say it right. Metaphor. That's a metaphor right there. Now we do have imagery in this. Imagery is when you can see it taking place where, y'all? In your hand, in your hand. Zombie. Sorry, another song. All right, so real quick, scan. We're looking for imagery. We're looking for imagery. We're looking for imagery. What you got, Revis? Moon is shining. What you got, Bryce? Let us roam the night together. I imagine like some people walking around together. What else? Guy in the street? Oh, down the street. I'm sorry. I thought you said down the street. I was like, yeah, I can see guys in the street. Down the street. All right. What else, y'all? What you got, Jones? A band is playing. What you got, huh? Harlem rooftops. Yeah. And the reason why I can see that so easily is because there's a picture of what, y'all? The Harlem rooftops. Boom. What you got, Bryce? Night sky is blue. You know what line sticks out to me? I love you. I love you. Because the thing about it, though, like when somebody says I love you, you feel a little warm and fuzzy inside, right? You don't? Sheena, I love you. Like you're my favorite, Sheena. I love you so much. She's like, oh, look, she's smiling there right now. She says she doesn't, but she's smiling right now, okay? Because it's good. Hey, when somebody says I love you, you can tell they mean it. You feel good about yourself, right? I mean, it's like, wow, someone cares about me that much. They love me. So I love you. It's totally imagery right there. Watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this. Callie, I love you. Look at that. She's smiling right now because if somebody says I love you, you get all warm and fuzzy inside. Unless you're Logan. Watch this, Logan. I love you, man. Oh, he's smiling. Look at that. He's smiling. He's smiling. Amber, oh no, Amber's got a good poker face. Amber, I love you. Yeah. She's like, don't blame, don't blame, don't blame. All right, so we got that down. The imagery is down. There we go. Fantastic. What were you going to say, Bryce? Yeah, perfect. Good. And then what? One more singing. Let it go. Let it go. Don't hold it back anymore. Sing it, Bryce. You good? All right, so check it out. We found the refrain. We labeled the couplet. We numbered the stanzas. We identified the metaphor. We did the rhyme scheme. We found all the imagery because it's so easy to do. And I think we've nailed that down. Langston Hughes is a pretty fun poet to read because all his stuff is all pretty straight up easy. Okay? Everybody feel good about themselves? All right, fantastic. Okay, what we gonna do, bro? Let's do one more of Langston Hughes poems. Y'all jump over to page 39, y'all. Let it go, let it go. Don't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. To the land's door. Chloe, I'm going to therapy, I promise, guy. Langston Hughes, let's talk about Aunt Sue's stories. Hey, what do I know about in just the title alone? Aunt Sue's stories. Aunt Sue's stories. Aunt Sue's here with that Sue's stories. What's going on there? What is that? 4 page 30 now, huh? What'd you say? Alliteration. A boogie boogie woo. Let's go ahead and write that up there because that's going to come into play later on. Alliteration. A boogie boogie woo. This was like something like I drew the illustrations for, like, you know, like there's there's a sun and there's a house. That's about all I can do right there. I like these illustrations because they're simple. Okay, Answer stories. Here we go. Let's number our stanzas. One, two, three, four, Okay. 5 and 6 don't exist. I'm going to put quotes around my title, Aunt Sue Stories. Hey guys, it's called Aunt Sue Stories. What do you think it's going to be about? Aunt Sue tells some stories, right? Aunt Sue has a head full of stories. Aunt Sue has a whole heart full of stories. Summer nights on the front porch, Aunt Sue cuddles a brown-faced child in her bosom and tells him stories. Black slaves working in the hot sun, and black slaves walking in the dewy night, and black slaves singing sorrow songs on the banks of a mighty river, mingle themselves softly in the flow of Aunt Sue's voice, mingle themselves softly in the dark shadows that cross and recross Aunt Sue's stories. And the duck-faced child listening knows that Aunt Sue's stories are real stories. He knows that Aunt Sue never got her stories out of any book at all, but they came right out of her own life. The dark-faced child is quiet of a summer night, listening to Aunt Sue's stories. I noticed something. What do y'all notice? Raise your hand. They repeat story. They have refrain here. So what we'll do? I'm gonna do this. Pink, because pink is totally my favorite color, right? Pink. Oops, I was writing pink. Refrain. I said pink enough where I started to write it. So refrain. Now you said they say Aunt Sue stories a lot. So Aunt Sue, we're just looking for a refrain, y'all. She said Aunt Sue. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They say Aunt Sue 6 times that I have. Anybody have any more than that? Oh, I'm not worried about the title. What else gets mentioned a lot that we have refrain of? What word or phrase gets mentioned? Ooh, there's another Aunt Sue. What else is refrain in this? Stories. There we go. Who said that? Is that you, Amber? All right. Stories, stories, stories. There's 3. 4. Oh, there's another Aunt Sue. Good Lord. They're just popping up. They're like Randy Orton popping out of nowhere. Randy Orton. All right. So we got Aunt Sue. We got stories. What else do we have an example of refrain of? I'll see another one. Black slaves. Y'all look at that second stanza. Black slaves, black slaves, black slaves. Okay. They use black slaves. There we go. So we got all the refrain. So real quick, we're gonna read it one more time before we try to find anything else. Okay. What we'll do, Kelly's gonna take the first stanza. We're gonna let Hicks take the second stanza. Askew's gonna take the third stanza. And who wants the fourth one? Amber's gonna take the fourth one. Okay. So real quick, take it away. Bosom. Fantastic. All right. So let's jump back to this idea of alliteration because we see the title right there. Y'all look at just the second stanza. Black slaves working in the hot sun, and black slaves walking in the dewy night, and black slaves singing sorrow songs on the bank of a mighty river, mingled themselves softly in the flow of Aunt Sue's voice, mingled themselves softly in the dark shadows that crossed and recrossed Aunt Sue's stories. What sound gets repeated a lot in that second stanza? That sound. Good job, Bryce. Check this out. You got black slaves. Slaves has 2 S's in it. Singing sorrow songs, mingled themselves softly. Aunt Sue, the Aunt Sue mingled themselves softly. Ooh, there's another example of a refrain. Look at that. Mingled themselves softly. Did y'all notice that the first time? Because I did not. Why didn't you say it? Just told on yourself now. Ooh. All right. So we got a lot of alliteration in this, okay? A boogie woogie woo. Imagery. That's always our easiest one to go to, right? Right? Imagery. So I'm going to write imagery over here. Real quick, I want you to scan the poem. Scan the poem. Okay, we're looking for imagery. If you can see in your head, it's what, y'all? Imagery. Okay, I'm going to start with Jesse. Then I'm going to pick on Logan Ellis. I'm going to pick on Chloe and Logan Jones. Okay. Summer nights on the front porch. Yes. Excellent job. What a great picture right there. How many of y'all have a front porch? Awesome. That's the one thing. In the house we live in now, I miss our old front porch we used to have. Man, I love the front porch. Okay. What you got, Logan Ellis? Working in the hot sun. Good job. How many of y'all make your parents make you work outside during the summer and do chores? Oh, sweat to death. Yes. Chloe, what you got? All right. Sing the sorrow songs on the banks of the mighty river. Good job. You ever seen No Brother Art though? You ever seen that movie? That's what I think about in this poem. What you got, Logan Jones? And dark faced child listening. Good job. Anybody else got any imagery? All right, what you got, Hunter? Walking in the dewy night. Perfect. Awesome. Anybody else? Nobody? What? Nothing, Bryce. What you got? I got the dark shadows that cross and recross Aunt Sue's stories. I like that. That's a cool way to say that. All right, so we numbered our stanzas. We got alliteration. We got the imagery. We got the refrain going down right there. Okay. Fun. That's a fun poem to read just because the S is Aunt Sue's stories. Aunt Sue's stories. Aunt Sue's stories. Okay. Everybody go with that? Obviously, this is kind of like a throwback to a different time, because he talks about Aunt Sue is telling stories about back slaves on the front porch on a summer night. So obviously, this one's a little bit dated where somebody can still remember what? What? Slave? Not sure who said it. Who said it? Right there. Slavery. Yes, they can still remember slavery. So obviously, this poem is a little bit dated, right? Because we haven't had slavery here in America since 1865. So it's been a hot minute. It's been a hot minute. Okay. That makes sense? Everybody cool with that? Fantastic. Okay. Let me see how we're doing on time. Mm. We got time for one more. We got time for one more. Y'all look at Emily Dickinson. I'm going to be a mean person now. Have y'all ever listened to a band that like everybody else loved that band, but you didn't like that band, but you can't tell anybody because everybody loves that band? Yeah. Everybody, what's that band for you? What's that band? Somebody just yell at the band. What's the band? Or the artist? Nobody wants to say it now. Any rap music. Okay, so you're not a fan of rap music. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, everybody else have a band they don't like. Me personally, when I was growing up, everybody loved the Smashing Pumpkins. I never liked them. They were terrible. They were like, you couldn't grow up in the 90s and not like the Smashing Pumpkins. Guess who didn't like them? Me. Didn't like them. I like Dave Matthews Band. I don't know. Dave Matthews Band was another 90s band that everybody had to love. Who don't you like? Hootie and the Bull. All right, when I was in middle school, God, I hated them so much. Oh my God, I ever loved Hootie and the Bullfish. I was like, ah. Okay. Everybody not like Billie Eilish? Jesse does, and that's fine. That's fine. Okay. So that being said, Emily Dickinson is like the poet that was like, oh my goodness, Emily Dickinson, she's so amazing. And I'm over here going, really? Emily Dickinson? That's just me though, right? Right? That's just my personal taste right there. But if I don't expose you to Emily Dickinson, I'm a bad teacher. So I'm going to expose you to Emily Dickinson today. So everybody say yay. All right. So I like this poem because it's what? It's short. Yeah, it's short. So real quick, let's number our stanzas. 1, 2, that was easy. I'm going to put quotes. I took the power in my hand. Where do you think the power is going to go, y'all? Ooh, maybe this is written from Thanos' point of view. Get it? Thanos, the Infinity Gauntlet. He took power in his hand. What did he do? He snapped. Boom. I made it funny. I took my power in my hand and went against the world. 'Twas not so much as David had, but I was twice as bold. I aimed by a pebble, but myself was all the one that fell. Was the Goliath was too large, was myself too small. That's kind of funky right there. So what we're gonna do, Jesse, the first line, Logan Ellis, the second line, Chloe, the third line, Logan Jones, the fourth line, Bryce, the second stanza, the first line, Callie, the second line, Cassie, the third line, and we'll let Shima take the fourth line, okay? So, Jesse, take it away. I. Hey, I got a reference to a story from the Bible. What's the story from the Bible they reference, Logan? David and Goliath, yes. Ooh, we have an illusion. This is called illusion, guys. Illusion. Illusion is when you make a reference to something else. So if I said, Amber, let's eat fresh today, Amber, where are we going to eat lunch? Subway, because what's Subway's motto? Eat fresh, okay? If I said, Logan Jones, let's eat more chicken today, where are you going to assume we're going? Chick-fil-A, because their locals eat more chicken, okay? So that's an illusion right there. Or if I said, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore, what movie am I referencing? Dorothy, yeah, the Wizard of Oz, yeah. So check this out. It was not so much as David had. Aimed by Pebble was a Goliath. These are all allusions to the story of David and the Goliath. Anybody know the story of David and Goliath? There's a war going on, and both sides stopped, and they both said, "You guys send out your most fiercest warrior. We're going to send out our most fiercest warrior." So they sent out this big giant, kind of like made under. The giant looked small, and the other side sent out David, and he was this itty bitty. He was like Hunter. This itty bitty guy came out there, and all he had was a slingshot and a rock. He was like, "Come at me, bro!" And he aimed there, and that rock hit him in just the sweet spot, and they killed the giant Goliath, and he went down, and David became king. Okay, so we have an allusion to David and Goliath right there. Okay, so now that we know that, I took my power in my hand and went against the world. It was not so much as David had, but I was twice as bold. I aimed by pebble, but myself was all the one that fell. The Goliath was too large and myself too small. Did they succeed or fail? They failed. How do we know they failed, y'all? What line? Okay, read it for us. Okay, what's the line before though that lets us know they failed? Yes, but myself was all the one that failed. Okay, so we know they experienced failure right there. Okay, I took the power in my hand and went against the world. Hey, y'all, do me a favor. You come home, your teachers are out to get you. They're like, do your homework, do your homework, do your homework. And then you come home and your grandma's like, clean your room, help with the chores, clean your room, help with the chores. And then your grandma's like, you're a disappointment, quit disappointing me. And your little brother's like, play with me, play with me, play with me. Then your teachers are sending you reminders going, do your homework, do your homework. And you're like, ah! And we're so quick to think who's out to get you. Now, look at the word I'm pointing to. You feel like the world is out to get you. Y'all, do you think the world is actually out to get you? No. I tell my kids all the time, like my own kids, I am too busy to try to torture you. I have too many things than to be able to get Noah, or be able to get Christian, or be able to get Levi. There's too many things. But we love the idea of us against the what? We love the idea of being like, yeah, I went out to, against the world. Everybody tried to prove me wrong, and I did, bro. We love that idea, okay? That being said, he's going against the world. Is he actually going against the world? No. What's this called when you make something bigger than what it is? Exaggeration. What's it called, y'all? Hyperbole. There we go. Let's label that. Hyperbole. Hyperbole. Yes. Kind of like the Super Bowl, only a little bit bigger. I don't know. Super Bowl, there's food at the Super Bowl, so there's no food here. So you know, all right. Took the power in my hand and went against the world. Not really. Twas not so much as David had, but I was twice as bold. Okay. Ooh, are they feeling confident? Yes, confidence. But despite their confidence, what did they experience? Failure. Yes. Okay. Okay. And then they're trying to find was it Goliath was too large or myself too small? Sounds like they're trying to figure out why they failed. Guys, is there anybody out there that's perfect that never experiences failure? No. Everyone's gonna fail at some point, right? I don't care how smart Cassie is, Cassie's gonna fail at something eventually, right, Cassie? Cassie's like, I'm failing right now. Right? Are you failing at life? I'm failing at life. Everybody feel like they're failing at life? No. Just me? Oh man. Just all right. Thanks for being honest. I appreciate that. Okay. All right. So remember, failure happens to everyone. Now, I don't fully understand what's going on with this poem, but is that okay? Yes, it's okay to read a poem and not find the deep answer to everything. Okay. Does that make sense? Yeah, that's why people have been studying the Bible for hundreds and hundreds of years because even though there's a Bible giving you a lot of instructions, some people are still like, oh, I'm one of those people, right? So it's like, I can't figure out how to get things together. That's why people keep studying the Bible because even though we have the answers right there, we can't figure it out. Or whatever, you read that, or to the extent, okay? Not everybody has the answers. Even when we have the answers, sometimes we like to ignore the answers, right? I mean, think about it. If everybody listened to all the answers, would anyone ever smoke? Probably not. Everyone would always exercise. Nobody would ever overeat. Nobody would ever like do drugs or make bad decisions. Okay, so you know it's not a perfect world. Okay, so that's not good. Everybody go with that. Everybody cool. Your thumbs up. Very cool. Fantastic. So let's jump on to the last poem we're going to write for our poetry booklet. Everybody say yay. Yay, right? We're on number 12. I believe the page, I got to look for it, y'all. It is 52. 52. What my name is, bro? Logan Ellis, do you have a name? Good. Logan Jones, do you have a name? All right, good. Does anybody like have a name that like means something to the family? Bryce? Okay, so your nickname's Monkey. Okay, all right, that's fine. Like, for example, my name is Michael. I was named after one of my great great grandparents. He was named Michael after the angel of heaven, the guardian of heaven. Supposedly, the angel's name was Michael. He was named after Michael, and I was named after him. So I'm named after my great great grandparent. I'm also named after the biblical angel Michael. Does that make sense? Sure. Okay. Does everybody know the meaning of their name? Anybody? What you got, Amber? Were you named after somebody or? Awesome. Middle name came from one of my friends. What's your middle name? Tupac? All right. Tupac came from one. I'm picking on you, okay? Jesse, what you got? Ooh, middle name is your father's name. How many of y'all have something like that going on? Fantastic, okay? What you got? Awesome. What's your middle name? Lane. Very cool. Very cool. They switched the mail like that. That's awesome. So, like, I know, like, my middle name is my dad's middle name, so that's cool. And then, um, Noah has that middle name as well. So, we get our names from somewhere. So, this is called What My Name Means. What do you think this poem's going to be about, y'all? What your name means. That's right, Kay. So, check it out. Let's read it right quick. This is a fun, easy poem to do. My sister thinks my name means share of backseats and secrets. My mom thinks my name means people on the rise of gymnastics and West Coast folks like me. My dad thinks my name means we're obsessed with that band and Imagine Dragons and loves corny jokes like me. My cat thinks my name means always good for a snuggle. My best friend thinks my name means tells the truth no matter what. Best giggle in the world. Our art teacher thinks my name means gifted. My music teacher thinks my name means definitely tries hard. Dang. She just got this right. What do you say about somebody who's like tries at something when they're not that good? They try hard, right? So they kind of seem like, dang, music teacher just said I suck, right? Definitely. Definitely try hard. Have I ever had that time again? Definitely try hard. Yeah. That's what I say, hey, feel good about thinking, okay? My neighbor thinks my name means kid who cuts the grass. My dad thinks my name means kid who needs to floss. I think there's some stuff that they left out, like dreams of a life in the big city and lies awake at night sometimes worrying about whales and having doubts about gymnastics. And was nothing more than to close your eyes and listen to the rain. Everybody say, oh. So all you're doing pretty much is you're taking what you think other people say about you. Does that make sense? Okay, so let me show you what I started to do on my first block today. All right, so let me show you this. So I started to write mine. Oops, and missed appeared. It's a Christian 7 years old. It missed appeared. Okay. So I said, Braxton thinks my name means that dude that is always so loud or I'm so chill. Aaliyah thinks my name means teacher that picks on me constantly for wearing camel pants and having a super weird mom that definitely did not go to high school with him. Beth thinks my name means bald old man. Brent thinks my name means guy who makes me walk a lot before school and seventh graders in basketball. Miss Benitez thinks my name means why is he so loud? Okay. Mrs. Smith thinks my name means oh Lord, here he comes. Tristan thinks my name means why does he worry me so much about basketball? Okay, so I can say, Shima thinks my name means dude that is always calling me Shima Las Vegas. Shima Las Vegas. There we go. Let's see here. Kelly thinks my name means. Let's put this down so we can see it. Thanks. Grown child. Cassie thinks my name means new Michael Scott. Right? Here we go right there. Hunter thinks my name means what do you think my name means? I don't ever want to see this man in public. There we go. So all I'm doing is right now what I think others would say about me. Okay. So let me show. I wrote one of these last year. It's not very well. I was using my kids last year. So like Luke, y'all know Luke Robertson. So Luke Robertson's played church league basketball for me for years, and I said, Luke thinks my name means why is he yelling at me to get a rebound? Oh my gosh, I'm playing basketball. Because if you ever see Luke play basketball, he's like, what am I doing? Oh, I'm playing basketball. Because Luke's kind of clueless, right? It's funny right there. So let's see here. Um let's see here. I said, Kate thinks my name is a swear to goodness old man, I will cut you. Because Kate last year was just giving me the eye. Some days like that, I'm gonna cut you or anything. So you just come up with think about what your parents would say about you. Think about what your brothers would say about you. Think about what your sister or your uncle or your cousin or what Callie would think about you. That's all you gotta do with this, okay? So let me do one more line just so I can do it. Y'all name somebody. I don't care who. Somebody like at me and start. I should have been more specific, Kelly. What? But Bug. Thanks. My name means bug jokes, man. Here we go. I'm all the time making jokes about like squishing or hitting a bug or spraying or bug spray. Ooh! When bug puts on like hairspray, it's bug spray. Get it? Yuck, yuck, yuck. Funny. I gotta remember that, okay? So this is what you do, all you're doing with this, okay? So do y'all want to do this the hard way or the easy way? I'd rather do it the easy way too. What I want you to do, see, had I passed out the laptops, you'd be doing it the easy way right now, but I didn't pass out the laptop. What I want you to do, you get the laptop, what document do I want you to pull off? Your work department, you can just take this bad boy straight to the poetry party, okay? Just like that, okay? That way you're working smarter, not what, harder. Oh, I find my turn laptop at home. Not that bad. Not that bad. Okay. All right, so we're working on what my name means, okay? Into the poetry project we go. You guys are at home watching this. If you have any questions, send me an email. You should subscribe to my channel and like this video. Comment below. What else am I supposed to say, y'all? Our sponsor today. This video is brought to you by Raycon. And WRL and ESPN Plus. Yes. Squarespace. Yes. Squarespace. This video is brought to you by Squarespace. Yes. Well, yeah, check out the link is in the description or whatever he just said. And yeah, how do I stop this? Stop.